Hi everybody. Today strength of material. Second topic, simple stresses and simple strains. What are the different types of stresses? What are the different types of strains? What are the relationship between stress and strain? These topics are discussing today. First one, stress. What is meant by stress? It means that the internal resisting force per unit area called as stress. In another way, load per unit area also called as stress. Stress is denoted by letter sigma. Stress is load per unit area. Load per unit area. Otherwise, the internal resisting force per unit area also called as stress. Stress is denoted by letter sigma. Sigma, that is stress, equals to load by unit area. Load we can write as P. Area can write as A. That is stress equals to P by A. Load per unit area. P means load, whereas A means area. What are the units of stress? That is load in Newton per area, meter square or Newton per mm square. Stress, the internal resisting force per unit area also called as stress. The load per unit area also called as stress. Stress is denoted by letter sigma. Sigma equals to load per unit area, that is load P. Somewhat we have taken newtons or kilonewtons. Area, any object, it consists of area, P by A. So sigma equals to P by A. That is, what are the units? Newton per meter square or Newton per mm square, or also Pascal. Pascal is the one of the unit of stress. Stress and enti. So briefly, it is an object. It consists of area L into B. I am given a load of 10 kilonewtons. When I am applying 10 kilonewtons no load on the particular area, the body internally some resisting force applied. I am applying external force. Withstanding external force, the body consists of internal resisting force. The internal resisting force is also called as stress. Otherwise, I am applying a load 10 kilonewtons. The area will be L into B somewhat. Here the stress is, suppose we have to take 10 kilonewtons load. The objective dimensions are 15 into 20. So these are kilonewtons, these are in terms of meters. In this way we are getting the stress. Okay, finally the stress is defined as the internal resisting force per unit area is called as stress. In another way, load per unit area also called as stress. Stress is denoted by letter sigma. Sigma equals to load per unit area. Load, we denoted load, that is P, whereas area A, P by A. The units of pressure is Newton per meter square, Newton per mm square or Pascal. The first one is stress. Okay, right now we know about stress. What are the different types of stresses? Yesterday we discussed in tensile stress, compressive stress. These are coming in the discussion of previous topic. First one, stresses are two types. First one, direct stress, and second one, indirect stress. Stresses are two types. First one, direct stress, and the second one is indirect stress. This direct stress also called as simple stress. Basically two types. First one is direct stress and the second one is indirect stress. These direct stress also called as simple stress. These simple stresses are under three classifications. First one, tensile stress, and the second one, compressive stress, and the third one, shear stress. These three, the first one is tensile stress, second one is compressive stress, and the third one is shear stress. These stresses are under direct or simple stresses, and second one is indirect stresses. In this, bending stress, torsion stress. Right now we discussing these things. First one, direct stress. In direct stress, simple stress also called as. In these simple stresses, tensile stress, compressive stress, and last one is shear stress. In indirect stress, it is also two types: bending stress and torsion stress. We will discuss these right now. So direct stresses, also called as simple stress. First one we have taken tensile stress. First one, tensile stress. Here the concept is tensile. Right now we are discussing about load per unit area. That is load per unit area stress. But we are discussing here tensile. What is tensile? Two equal and opposing force that will be acting pulling forces. It is an object. I am applying some newtons in left hand, I am applying some newtons in right hand. Those are equal and applying pulling both sides and opposite. Applying opposite. Simply I am taking an object, specimen. I am applying 5 newtons in one direction and opposite direction also 5 newtons. What happening? I am given both sides pulling effect. It means pulling effects. In this pulling effects, basically the length of object, let us assume 10 meters. After applying some load, it will be extended. The object will be extended. It means that when equal and opposite forces pulling on both sides is called as tensile force. Tensile it means pulling. Equal and opposite force will be applying on a particular piece. Pulling forces is called as tensile force. In that tensile means pulling. Right now we are discussing tensile stress. Tensile stress means tensile load by tensile area. Same. Stress denoted by sigma. Here tensile means, right, T equals to tensile load by tensile area. Here means only tensile means pulling on both sides, equal and opposite forces. Pulling, lagadamandi. Two equal and opposite forces pulling on both sides. This is called tensile. In tensile stresses, the object area will be, it means the object length will be increases. Reminding it. And second one, compressive stress. Second one, compressive stress. In first case, in tensile, pulling on both sides. But second one is compressive. It means compressed. It means pulling on, in the tensile stress, pulling on both sides. In this case, pushing on both areas, both sides. So here same concept. The replacement by tensile and compressive. Tensile pulling forces, whereas compressive stress pushing forces. So it is a workpiece, a specimen. I am applying 5 newtons. I am applying 5 newtons towards, that is pushing forces. రెండు వైపులా బలంగా లాగితే దాన్ని టెన్సైల్ ఫోర్స్ అంటారు. ఈ రెండు వైపులా బలంగా దగ్గరగా పుష్ చేస్తే the pushing force also called as compressive force. In that particular compressive stress, same load per unit area. Here, what type of load? Compressive load by area. Tensile stress, tensile load by area. Here, compressive load by area. So, in the tensile stresses, the length will be increases, whereas compressive stresses, length will be decreases. And same in tensile stresses, suppose we have to take an length L, depth B. So in tensile, applying tensile forces, automatically length will be increases, but this is the breadth will be what happening, decreases. లోడ్ అప్లై చేసి మనం దీన్ని పుల్ చేసాం అనుకోండి, లెంత్ పెరిగింది కానీ దీని యొక్క థిక్నెస్ ఏమైందండి, తగ్గింది. వేరే కంప్రెసివ్లో మనం కంప్రెస్ చేయడం వల్ల లెంత్ ఏమైంది, లెంత్ తగ్గింది, అండ్ ద థిక్నెస్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ విల్ బి ఇంక్రీజెస్. దీస్ టూ కాన్సెప్ట్స్ ఆర్ important along with first one tensile and second one is compressive. In tensile, pulling on both sides, whereas compressive, pushing on both sides. In tensile stress, length will be increased and thickness will be decreases, whereas compressive, length will be decreases, thickness will be increases. And the third one, shear stress. Shear stress. Shear stress. Same shear load by area. Previously discussing these things, applying to equal and opposite pulling forces and to equal and opposite pushing forces. Here, the force applying on a particular object tangentially. ఎప్పుడైతే ఫోర్స్ టాంజెన్షియల్గా అప్లై అవుతుందో అక్కడ షియర్ లోడ్ అప్లై అవుతుంది. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్, it is a rivet. So two objects are joined by using rivets. These things. First one I am applying force on one thing, and second one force applying on bottom thing. I am applying towards on this. Tangentially some force acting on particular rivet. When we applying load on this side and when we applying load on this side, automatically some tangential force will be playing role in that rivet joint. What are the stress, what are the load here the applying? These load called as shear load. Shear load, same, how much load will be acting on particular area. The shear load by area. Shear stress, it means shear load by shear area. Equal and opposite forces, that is pulling, they are pushing, here tangentially applying. These are the main basic difference between tensile stress, compressive stress, shear stress. Stress, the internal resisting force per unit area. So these are coming under direct stresses. Now we are discussing indirect stresses. In indirect stresses, first one bending stress, and second one is torsion stress. In bending stress, vertical member is a column, whereas horizontal member is a beam. In houses we observe lot of beams. In beam, the forces are in vertically. It is a beam. Beam is subject to some load. What happening? It's somewhat fluctuated. These things are, when it was fluctuated, when load will be increases on the beam, a slab ఉందండి, స్లాబ్ బీమ్స్ ఉంటాయా, ఆ బీమ్స్ మీద మనం లోడ్ ఇంక్రీజ్ అయింది అనుకోండి, somewhat deflect అవుతుందా లేదా, సో అక్కడ క్రియేట్ అయ్యే స్ట్రెస్ ని బెండింగ్ స్ట్రెస్ అంటారు. దీని గురించి థర్డ్ లెసన్ లో మనం మాట్లాడుకుందాం. అబౌట్ బెండింగ్ స్ట్రెస్, m by I equals to sigma by y equals to E by R. These relations next third unit. Torsion stress, vehicle moving, we observing in the differential one direction and various direction. In that particular transmission system, some stress is there. These type of stresses are transmission stresses antaru. T by J equals to tau by R equals to G theta by L. These are the equations for torsion stress. Third one is bending stress, third unit bending stress, and we discussing fourth unit torsion stress later. Okay, next, these are what is definition by stress, what are the different types of stress. In the different types of stress, simple stress, indirect stress. In simple stress as tensile stress, compressive stress, shear stress completed. Right, next topic we will discussing strain. Next topic, strain. What is strain? What is strain? What is? First topic, previously we were discussing tensile stress. When applying load on particular objective, tensile force pulling on both sides, the length will be increases. Here, increasing length by original dimensions, change in dimensions by original dimensions, increasing length by original length. These are called as strain. Simply, strain, change in dimensions by original dimensions. First example, I am taking a specimen or worksheet, workpiece 20 mm. I am applying force on both sides, that is P load, it means applying tensile force. Initially length 20 mm. After applying load, it will be somewhat increases. Somewhat like 24 mm. Initially length will be 20 mm. When applying tensile force on this object, the length will be increases. So previously 20 mm length, right now 24 mm. What is strain? Change in dimensions by original dimensions. What are the changes? 4 mm. Original dimensions 20 mm. 1 by 5 means 1 by 5. .2. Strain, it means change in dimensions by original dimensions, that is 4 mm by. So when we initially 20 mm length, applying tensile force, the length will be increased as 24 mm. The change in dimensions 20 and 24 change is 4 mm, and initial length 20 mm. 4 by 20, that is 1 by 5. It means strain, it is a dimensionless quantity. దీని డైమెన్షన్ ఉంటాయండి, ఎందుకంటే ఇక్కడ mm ఇక్కడ mm క్యాన్సిల్ అవుతుంది. సో దీస్ ఆర్ ద డెఫినేషన్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రెయిన్. చేంజ్ ఇన్ లెంత్ బై ఒరిజినల్ లెంత్, ఆర్ చేంజ్ ఇన్ డైమెన్షన్స్ బై ఒరిజినల్ డైమెన్షన్స్, చేంజ్ ఇన్ వాల్యూమ్ బై ఒరిజినల్ వాల్యూమ్. దీస్ ఆర్ ద కాన్సెప్ట్స్, దీస్ ఆర్ ద డెఫినేషన్స్ ఆఫ్ స్ట్రెయిన్. ఓకే, రైట్ నౌ నెక్స్ట్ we discussing right now stress strain we learn, and the second concept is the relationship between stress and strain. The relationship between stress and strain. So strain is denoted by epsilon. Strain is denoted by epsilon, whereas stress is denoted by sigma. Up to elastic limit. Elastic means when load applied, the body will be extend. When load removed, it gains original position. Up to elastic limit, stress is, that is sigma, is directly proportional to strain. Stress is directly proportional to strain. When strain come left side, stress by strain is equals to a constant. Up to elastic limit is nothing but also called as Hooke's law. The relationship between stress and strain also called as Hooke's law. stress is directly proportional to strain. Stress is directly proportional to strain, that is sigma is directly proportional to epsilon. Stress by strain equals ఎప్పుడైతే ఈ strain ఇటు వచ్చిందో stress by strain equals to a constant. Next, stress by strain, a constant we can write as a capital E. Write as capital E. Next, this sigma equals to E into epsilon. These are the Hooke's law. E called as Young's modulus. E calls Young's modulus. E called as Young's modulus. This law called as Hooke's law. Up to elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain. Stress we indicated by sigma, whereas strain epsilon. Sigma is directly proportional to strain, whereas sigma by epsilon equal to a constant. Here we constant taken E. This E constant, that is called as Young's modulus. Sigma equals to Young's modulus into strain. This is the relation. This law is called as Hooke's law. Up to elastic limit, this is called as Hooke's law.